Um, Adriana, we'd love to hear from you about how you got involved at Samsara, how the Samsara training has fit into your life and changed your athletic performance over the years. And in particular, any advice that you might have for new athletes who are coming on to this team this season.
Great. Thank you. It's nice to meet everyone. My name is Adriana. I live in San Francisco, but this year I moved to Wyoming for a year. I came to Samsara through a link on the Exum Guides website because I signed up in 2021 to go up the Grand. And I was like, how do you even train for that? So I reached out to Z, we connected, and he said, you know what? You could do nothing and just go up the Grand and be fine. It's like, how do you know that? Of course, because we talked about the things that I have done in the past. And he was right. But then he gave me a link to the base camp training, super basic, which was very helpful. And then after I did the grant successfully, I came back to see and I said, okay, so you're right. I mean, that wasn't that hard. It was more of a mental thing than anything else. So he said, come join the athlete team. And I was like, but I'm not an athlete. And he's like, okay, well, that's kind of where we have to start. And he convinced me to take the leap and join the team. I was very reluctant to do that because I had an idea that the athlete team was filled with really aggressive, gung-ho, competitive individuals. And while those things may be true to some degree, this is an incredibly welcoming community that is super celebratory of each other's goals and achievements and is very vulnerable and supportive when we have setbacks, whether it's a personal thing that happens in your life that affects your training or a physical injury. And I have found that this is an athletic community because people make movement a priority in their lives. And what Samsara has brought to me, and I can probably say that my peers in the past would agree, is a lot of uh, um, it's a very targeted approach to movement. And after I think, I don't know, 8 seasons or 10 seasons in the athlete team since 2021, I have come to develop a different relationship with my body. I think you're going to hear Z say that a lot of people exercise, but not everybody trains, and there's a difference. And I feel like I have, for the most majority of my life, I have been a great exerciser. I love to move, and it's kind of what brings me mental and physical health. But when you have a targeted program that involves strength and movement and athleticism, you can really take things to a different level. So I've gone up the Grand 4 times, and every time it's been a different experience, and every time has been different and better because I have been able to see how my endurance got me there the first time. My strength got me there better. I did it in one day. And then my athleticism really integrated the third year when we went up as a team. And I was telling Z, I was like, I'm flowing through this mountain. And it was just a really amazing experience to feel all of those pieces come together. So that brings me to it's going to be really hard to bring those 3 pieces together in just 12 weeks. I have been doing this for many seasons. And I think it's because cognitively, it's very hard to integrate all of the pieces of the program very fast. So you're going to focus on strength perhaps the first time you do it. Hopefully, you're able to put a goal that then inspires you to become more athletic, and then a goal that is going to require you to be just a great endurance athlete, and then everything kind of lines up and comes together. So when you approach the program, my suggestion in your first season is that you dip your toe on all of the different channels that are offered. So there's one for training, one for community, one for rehab talk, some deep dive talks. It's going to be impossible to make all of the live dojos or all of the real talks, but see if you can make the time, if this is your first time in particular or second time, to get a sense of all of the things that are offered, because they all make sense when put together, and they build on each other. So I'm going to close by saying that Samsara, it has become a very important aspect of my life. It is definitely an anchor to how I see myself as an athlete, even though I never, until not too long ago, would say that I'm actually an athlete, and I introduce myself as that. And I actually have 4 kids, and having this program has really allowed me to prioritize and put just the right amount of time so that I can do all of the other things that my life requires that I do. So welcome to the club, the team.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that.